Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe advertising is awesome, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild web today. It is Friday, June 12th, 2026, in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you live and in living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed Austin, Texas location, the unofficial home of internet entrepreneurship. We're brought to you by Northbeam Intelligence, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, After Sale, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima, Universal Ads, and Rich Panel. And we have got a jam-packed show for you today. Meta is having a massive outage. Nobody likes this, but hopefully everybody's ads are not continually spending while nobody is actually on the platform. And a new ad platform has just dropped, Kickbacks. That is the case. You can now monetize the Claude Code Spinner while everybody is waiting for their vibe-coded apps to come forth. It's true. Your business can show up there and people are getting great results. SpaceX has IPO'd. We've got the hottest jobs in D2C to talk about today. We're going to be joined by Gutstadt and Mike Majlak of Rebel Audio. They are coming to us. David Baker, formerly of Beekman 1802, now has a new stealth startup, and perhaps he will drop it while he is here live on the show. Daniel James of Flight Performance is coming to us, in addition to Koby Conrad of Sunflower Sober, bringing something truly unique to the entire consumer world. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get inside this show. Get in here.
Let's go. Come on.
Come on. Now, to start things off in the hottest of hottest ways, we're going to postpone Hot Jobs, which is our usual first segment on Friday afternoons, because we have something even hotter coming inside of this show. I am talking about the one and only Jingle Jared, two-time Emmy nominee, serial audio entrepreneur. This guy has been acquired multiple times. He is an advertising OG. He is now been on the show, friend of the show, been here before with us, bringing the Canva of podcasting to the world, AI-enabled, socially native, compressing and enabling creators to go forth on the interwebs and run as they ought to. As he comes inside, everybody welcome inside of this show, the one and only Jared Gutstadt. Get in here, Jingle Jared. Get in here.
Woo! I'm back. I'm no cowboy hat today. I got my rebel hat on.
No cowboy hat today, but looking good, Jared. How are you, brother? We appreciate you making the time to join us.
Feeling good. I'm getting excited. I wish you guys were coming to Cannes Lions. You guys are marketing our tool better than I could. I like the hype piece you guys did.
You know, we're open. We just need that invitation to hit the mail, and then we're on our way to France or wherever that thing is. Jared, I have heard that you and the one and only Mike Majlak just had a incredible bash that you put on together, took over Broadway in Nashville. People were, launching podcasts right then and there on the street. Can you give us some context of everything that was going on?
Yeah, we hit CMA Fest with some real purpose. Every single country artist, every single creator in the country space is down there for that window. So we're like, that seems like a good sweet spot to get Mike on the street. And by the way, Mike will be joining us in less than 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But he, I'm not sure how many times he's been to Nashville before, but I knew exactly where to put him. We threw him in the mix of things right on Broadway with tourists that were flooding the zone on Friday and Saturday, and just the amount of people that lined up just to take a picture with him. But he did one better by saying, this is my product. He's like our chief creator in residence and would be launching nonstop podcasts on the street in real time. And between Friday and Saturday, the amount, just that guerrilla marketing and the amount of signups we got for our at the time private beta, now public beta, it was pretty effective. And we grabbed some lawn chairs, we grabbed 2 mics, and he's parked it right outside of the honky tonks. And
there we go.
That's the way we roll, as you know.
That's great. Absolutely, that's the way you roll.
So, Jared, you also had the launch party at Rebel Chateau. So you had 200 of the most important investors and partners in Silicon Country universe under one roof. How did that go? Talk to me about that.
It was, in the words of my parents, Eli and Janice, who came in for this. They were like, "How do you know all these people?"
My dad was the same.
Leave it to the Jewish parents. My Canadian Jewish cowboy dad. He's like, everybody there literally was like hats, belt buckles. Like truly, the network of people that was there. It's been. I always say this, the byproduct of building Rebel Audio now is the incredible network of people we've put together that don't live in LA and New York. People coming in from Indiana, the state of Tennessee, the Launch TN people. I had a chance earlier that week to, live one of my maxim, which is early to bed, early to rise, work like hell and advertise. I believe that was also Ted Turner's, but I went on the Draper VC show, and a bunch of the people from the Tim Draper show came down to our thing, and they were just like, what the hell is going on here? 'Cause we had those people, and then on the other side we had people from Kill Tony, like Uncle Laser there, with his like cut off, Uncle Laser showed up. I had to keep him for a while away from my parents, but eventually they were curious enough to go, "Who's Uncle Laser? Is he related to us?" I was like, "No, really my uncle." It's okay. And Mike and him hit it off. Him and Big Mike just hit the street with a vengeance, and we're just going through all the footage now, but there's some gold in there.
Tell me this, Jared. How did you and Big Mike get connected? Because I think this is an incredible partnership, and I think it makes all the sense in the world with his background being co-host of Impulsive, and then bringing that and his thoughts and perspective to Rebel Audio and what you guys are doing for the podcast content creation space. What's the story behind you guys getting connected?
Long story short, he has this incredible manager named Jeff Levin, who also manages Logan. And years ago when Jingle Punks was popping, sometimes you do a good deed and it pays off like 10, 15 years later. And again, I barely remember much about my life except for the highlights that I'm reminded of on a nightly basis when I'm at my dinners at Craig's swilling martinis. But how I recall it happening was we had Jingle Punks, and I used to complain that my team only used it during the day. So we had these incredible office spaces with music studios. If you know the music business, people mostly use studios at night. But because we were a business, it was only during the day. Next thing I know, there's this wave of influencers, I'd say it was 2012, maybe 13. And they were like, could I use your studio at night? And it became like a whole kerfuffle because my team was like, how are we going to keep it open? How do we know these kids aren't going to steal? Those people were like Jake and Logan Paul using our studios, recording stuff for I forget who was in Team 10 and stuff like that. But we would have constant flow of people in our studios, during those days, on any given day, we just go to work and Tyra Banks would be there. I'd be like, oh, that's Tyra. But it was odd because we did a good deed. I barely remember doing it, and Jeff remembered. And as I was starting off this business, I said, I'd love to talk to you about putting in a piece of talent as a chief creative. And he's like, I think I got the guy for you. And then Mike and I met, had one of those classic first meets. We had a lunch in Beverly Hills at Avra, swilled a few martinis, and Cowboys shook hands and agreed to agree. And here we are.
That's incredible. And I hear producer Jack has notified me that we have the one and only Big Mike with us here. We have to bring him inside of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Big Mike Majlak, co-host of Impulsive. Did we not? We didn't time it right, Jack. We didn't time it right. Jack. Everybody, welcome inside of this show, Mike Majlak. Get in here, Mike. Get in. Woo. Chief creator in residence at Rebel Audio.
Switching.
Mike, welcome to the show, brother.
Let's go. I thought I was just going to get a tiny second of applause. It was really quick, and I was like, that's not enough applause, dude.
Exactly. That's not. No, we're doing even better now that you are here, brother. And man, excited that you are paired up with Jingle Jared here and bringing this AI tech forward Canva of podcasting to the world via Rebel Audio, to all of us in the creator space, in the D2C space, e-commerce space, etc. Man, I would love to know, co-hosting probably the biggest podcast in the whole world. Mike, man, what fires you up about Rebel Audio, the production that you guys are bringing forth and what you're enabling creators to enter into?
I think it just democratizes the process for people that don't have the resources that we did when we, as we grew the show. There's a lot of post-production work that goes into podcasting, as I'm sure you guys know, even, during the production itself, and a lot of tools that are needed to aid in that process and people. And it's a real barrier for non-funded or early to the game creators to get into. And so being able to help people kind of, get around, circumnavigate that process through technology, through AI is pretty cool to be a part of that. And I don't think that every creator is going to have to use it. We're just going to use one tool or the other, and what they need. But it's a little bit of an echo. But can you guys hear that on your end?
I can't. I don't know where it's coming from either.
No clue. No, it's all
You
good.
guys hear it or no?
We're gonna.
I
do
definitely hear it.
Yo, so guess what? Rebel Audio has a tool for that.
We need it, obviously.
Wow. I have no idea. Mike, I heard you got time with.
I don't know if it was just me, but it's me to everybody, and that makes me feel most comfortable.
Yeah. It's amazing. It brings us all together. I heard you got time with Theo Vaughn, Matt Rife, everybody on the street. How did that go?
When I was out in Nashville.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was pretty, dude. I know those guys really well. I know Theo really well. He's been on the show before in the past. He's a great guy. Obviously, another Titan podcast. Matt Rife is incredible, and we haven't had him on the show yet. But I love those guys. Theo is like just one of the kings of improv, and just such an incredible. His brain works in such a mysterious way that no one else's brain works. And so anytime with him, time well spent.
Absolutely.
I think we need to bring everybody out and in and see if we can regain this audio. That's what we need to do.
So
Producer Jack, bring everybody out and in, and then we'll see if we can regain it. Look at that.
Good, right?
We're totally solved. Okay, let's bring Jingle
again.
Jared back in. Producer Jack. Now let's. Oh yes, it's something there. All right, let's bring Mike out.
I think it's just Jared.
It's just me.
Jared?
Honestly, I'm the only one. I hear it fine. What happens if I mute this thing?
Yeah, try it. Hello?
Sounds great.
Let's go.
We got it.
Jared with the troubleshooting. All right.
Tell me this, gentlemen. I think this is super exciting, simply because, like you guys have underscored, and Mike, like you have said, the post-production work for long-form creative. I mean, we're up here, we're live 2.5, 3 hours every day. The post-production work to turn that into social assets that you send forth on the interwebs and all the appropriate formats, etc. I mean, it's a Herculean effort. It's a Herculean effort. And so, what's the next step for you guys? Is it onboarding all of the best creators? You guys have a hit list? Is that what's the next step for Rebel Audio to taking this to the masses?
Yeah, I think, and obviously, as you talk about holistic and strategic questions like that, it's Jared's the king, but I know what's next. Like we've got an incredible product right now, continuing to fine tune behind the scenes the product itself, and then just being loud and proud about it. Getting outside, telling people about it all over the world, bringing in my creator network, people that have wanted to start podcasts, and they've got 800,000 on Instagram. They want to start a show, and that trickle down effect will bring in more people from their side. And then also just trying to, in my eyes, I would love to start onboarding some of the other macro creators, some of the other big guys to use in the product. And we've already had use cases on our end. There's a little bit of a barrier or a pushback from a large successful show to a new product. You got to get on calls. You got to walk the people through it. Our production team's already been on calls with the team. They're like, hey, we're going to start using this because we need it for the dubbing, or we need it for the subtitles, or whatever it is. And so there's already proof cases for macro creators to use the product as well, which is just incredible to see. But really, it's, as I said earlier, democratizing the process so that anybody who wants to start a podcast, anybody who wants to start a long form content rollout can use this product to actually do that and get rid of some of those production headaches.
I really feel that the dubbing piece that's like crazy to me. I mean, it feels like we're living in the future. This is actual, Jared. I mean, I hope you can speak without the echo. But this is
Can you guys
actual.
hear me okay without the echo on this one now?
No.
Yeah,
Let's go. Well, I was gonna say yes, echo.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
Mike,
we
you
got,
take it from here.
we got the echo. We do. We got the echo. But yeah, the dubbing piece feels it feels crazy. It feels almost sci-fi. That to me is especially valuable for macro creators in terms of taking their content, etc., global on an international scale.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you've seen the success Mr. Beast has had. He's kind of like the thought leader and the king of that. He's created all these channels that basically just take his content to different countries. I mean, it's such a weird situation when you reach the macro phase. I go all over the world. I've got fans in Malaysia. I've got fans in strange corners of other English-speaking countries. But I wonder sometimes, what is life like when I land a plane in China? What is life like when I land a plane in Russia, right? And these are very siloed countries with a little bit less prevalent English speakers. What does it look like to actually dub these shows and get these shows distributed in these countries so that they can see interviews with these people or learn about stuff that's going on in America? Because there's always all this interest in the Western world, and it's an incredible tool. I mean, there's other places, there's other people that do it as part of a their technology suite. There's a 3 to 4 day lag time. They want time to check it out and do this and do that. Our product works extremely fast. I've heard the narration. It's insane. It sounds just like you're saying it. And I did mine in German, and it's actually funny when you hear it back for the first time. But the tech is incredible. These devs have done a great job with the product, and it's really exciting.
Mike, I mean, you're honestly an OG in the podcasting space. What does podcasting look like for creators maybe 10 years from now? Because you've been through it. You've seen everything. You've interviewed everybody at this point. What does this look like 10 years from now?
I think podcasting will shift with the demand of the overall content, on the web. Do you even call it the web anymore? Is that a thing? I think it really just continues to depend on what people want from creators. You've noticed from the success of people like Huberman and Diary of a CEO and some of the other people like that people right now are yearning for help with purpose and help with being healthy and with their lives. And so I think you'll continue to see a shift from entertainment podcasts to how can I apply what I'm hearing to my life to make my life a more meaningful or a better place. And also hopefully, I think whenever I talk to a young creator or somebody coming into the fold and they ask me what advice would you give me? I said, I always say to them, don't be afraid to explore your niches, because I think there will end up being entire podcasts, if there's not already, on, how to start as a DJ, right? And like what the early days of DJing looks like, or how to, grow your first lemon tree. Like, I don't think people understand, or I think people underestimate at least how niche content works and how some of that stuff really helps people. And so I think I think as people talk about the oversaturation of podcasts, I think there's a lot of meat left on the bone for people that get super niche, do a different top 10 every week, top 10 nightclubs, top 10 restaurants, and really get into the weeds because people like to listen to it.
For sure.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
We
Mike,
totally agree.
Which is why we're on here talking about D2C consumer e-commerce every day. I totally agree.
By the way, is my echo gone?
It is gone.
Feels good.
It is gone.
Let's go.
All right, Jared.
I will say, speaking of personal,
now it just looks like you're coming to us in 280p off a toaster.
Let's go.
He's gone. No, he's gone. We lost him. He was about to tell a great story too. I know that he was. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Mike, I will say this. And this seems to have played out with your career so much as being being successful with content and then that spinning off into successful CPG brands specifically, and how, that there seems to be a kind of a marriage between, successful content online and then spinning up consumer products, that run forth everywhere on the interwebs. We've been watching Breath Death and, a number of things that are coming out. Go get that bad boy. Go get that bad boy.
He's ready.
Look, here we go, baby.
Let's get a close up. Let's get a close up.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Shout out Brett Death.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Talk about this thesis. I feel, especially in this niche way that you've underlined, but I believe that this being successful content online, internet specific niches is going to continue to evolve into successful CPG businesses, e-commerce businesses, et cetera. Would you agree?
I mean, yeah, we're there. It was a matter of time. I think I've been around, as you guys said earlier, since the beginning. So I've seen all the transitions from non-monetized content, creators making money off ads, creators making money off sponsorships, into kind of the final layer of, I would assume the final layer of monetization, which is building products and CPG brands. We had people that had tried it before Logan and KSI. Logan and KSI made it, possible to dream huge and dream of multi-billion-dollar exits, which is where they'll net out with Prime. Mr. Beast followed with Feastables, and then the combined effort through Lunchly. Really, the only big exit so far was a company called Alani, which you guys probably are familiar with, which exited for upwards of 500 million, I believe, or somewhere between 500 and $1 billion to Celsius. You're really, I mean, it's actually wild, but very understandable. I mean, this whole process follows in the footsteps of celebrity-led brands like Casamigos with Clooney and any of those type of celebrity-led brands. Well, creators are their new celebrities, so it makes sense that they're going to be putting out products as well. And you hit a threshold of followers and view count, companies start approaching you, brands start approaching you, or people with the wherewithal to create them start approaching you. And for the creator, it makes sense to do it. It's just choosing what aligns with your purpose, what aligns with your passion, most importantly, the things you like. For me, 1010 Burgers is probably the biggest thing. I'm starting to open these shops now. I'm looking at one of them down under my window right now that will open in July.
Huge.
And so that's awesome. Our first domestic stores, we've got one in Dubai. And for me, I love burgers. I've loved burgers my whole life. I've been rating them for 6 years on YouTube, so it made sense to go into it because it's my passion. Breath Death, I hate people with bad breath. I always have something on me to keep my breath fresh after I eat a burger. So it's just about getting in bed with the right people. And once again, now doing it with Jared on the tech side.
That makes all the sense in the world.
I'm going to ask the question. I don't know if I want the answer. Are we echoing or no?
No, you're good.
We're good.
Oh, no, you're not.
No.
Jared, here's what you need to do. When we talk, if there's an echo. When you talk, there's not. So you just need to say your piece and move on.
Yeah. Go, Jared.
Okay, I'll say my piece right now. The best part about the weekend, aside from all the stuff we were doing with Rebel, was Mike actually was like telling me about this 1010 Burgers, the hit of the actual party, and he was like hyping it all weekend, but 1010 delivered. So good work, Mike.
Thank you.
No false
Mike, we're ready. We're ready for them to come here domestically. I was jealous that Dubai got the first one. Where are we coming domestically here with 1010?
2 stores open in LA, so we'll be in Hollywood and Toluca Lake in July and probably August, and then we'll quickly move to hopefully to Nashville, Miami, some of those markets down there, probably somewhere in Texas, Arizona for sure. To kind of counter Jared's point, it's actually my goal not to hype them. I want to hype them online and let people know they're out there, but really there's no hype needed. I mean, it's one thing I really like about the companies that I've chosen to work with, and maybe there's a few of them now, is I just like to say, yo, this product exists. This is what it does. Go try it. You let me know. It's very easy for me to watch someone eat a 1010 burger because we have perfected this thing over the past 3 years. We've made so many changes to it. Me and Chef Jackson built this thing up from scratch, from the product that he was making before I even met him. And somebody eats it, I already know what the reaction is going to be. I don't have to watch. I don't need to hear your score. I don't need to worry if you're going to like the burger or not. You're going to eat it. You're going to say, this is the best smash burger I've ever had in my life. I already know that's going to happen. And so being, and similar to Rebel and Breath Death and all these products, that's a really good feeling to have when you know that someone's going to love the product. It makes your job so much easier.
Well, we're making a trip out to Southern California. We're in talks of arranging a live stream at Van Man's Burger in San Diego. I think it only makes sense. We need to swing up through LA. We need to get a 1010. We need to cut up all the content with Rebel Audio. Producer Jack, we need to get over. We need to test out the platform. We need to move everything over there. Jack, she fought me hard on this. No, I'm kidding. And gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for making the time and joining us in all that you're doing in the space. And we look forward to following it and getting on it ourselves. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to having you back.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeehaw. Bye, guys.
Incredible.
Incredible, man.
Real exciting to see kind of the evolution of how Mike is thinking about creators with, like the sponsorships, partnerships, being paid for ads. And then it's just the final form is launching a CPG brand. I mean, we just saw that with Tom Brady as well with Good Nut. And by the way, apparently it's delicious.
Yeah. Sanjay Jenkins.
Word on the street.
Incredible. Word on the street.
Word on the street. Word on the street is Tom Brady's Good Nut is delicious.
That is the word. Sanjay Jenkins can confirm. He likes specifically the chocolate Good Nut. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm bullish. I'm bullish. And I love this point that Mike brought up about what Jared has been doing with Rebel Audio. And of course, now Mike is chief creative in residence. I like this point he brought up. My point is I'm not trying to hype. I don't want to hype train. I know the tech is there, the product is there. I want to introduce people to it, and they're going to know it's the best in the game. They get on there, they try it themselves. Same that he's pointed out here with 1010 Burger. You get inside there, and try it. It's a 10 out of 10. And it's going to be the best smash burger you ever had. Don't have to hype it. Get in there and try it. I think this is smart. It's a great point.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is a testament to he is making bets on the products themselves. It's, he is focusing on the product quality.
And also I think, I know that a ton of operators in our space, be they on the agency side, on the brand side, sometimes it's, oh gosh, it'd be great if we had a podcast, but how do I keep it up? All of the post-production process and all of the things that go with it. I was just talking with Will Roman at Chisos about this. He's like, yeah, man, we've tried the podcast thing before, but my gosh, it takes a lot and all the things. Bringing that whole process and format and bringing that into 2026 and beyond with AI tech forward workflows and being able to make that socially native in the quote Canva for podcasting, I think very interesting. It's smart.
It's the next phase of all of this, and they're at the forefront of it. So it's exciting to see. And without a doubt, they're going to keep crushing on all of that.
They are. They're going to keep crushing. And, technology is an amazing thing. Technology is an amazing thing. We got to have Jared back. We got to have Jared back so that we can get more of that story, because he was limited. He was limited by the AirPods and the Echo and all the things.
I don't know what happened. It worked for a sec, and then it just like bounced out on him.
It's hilarious. What's hilarious is like, we don't know what's going on. Let's bring everybody out. Bring them back in, see what happens. And then Mike was like, I think it's Jared.
It was.
And then Mike knew. No, when you talk, no problem. It's when we talk, there's a problem. So you talk, Mike discerned the whole deal.
It's a pro. He's a pro. That's a pro seeing a lot of it. You know what I mean? He's seen this before. He's been in this rodeo before.
Yeah, it's a guy. I mean, co-host of Impulsive. It's like the biggest podcast in the whole world. We've got to bring Jared back. Jingle Jared. Don't give up on us. We're gonna fix that audio echo, whatever was going on with the laptop. Come back and let's talk Rebel Audio more. As we move forward here, we'll do a little hot jobs. We'll do a little hot jobs before the one and only David Baker, formerly of Beekman 1802, and now a new stealth startup. Before he comes to us, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Rich Panel. Your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Refunds, order tracking, subscription cancellations, etc. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you. On the rest, end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Okay. Ridge cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500K per year by making the switch. Migration takes less than 2 weeks, and your CSAT score is bound to go up, ladies and gentlemen. 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com. Book your demo today. This is one of those absolute no-brainers. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of this show. Now, as we move forward to one of the most exciting times of the week, producer
David's
Jack.
Here.
Oh, David's here. David is here.
Let's rock and roll.
David is here early, and we should just rock with him if he is here. I mean, he is such a noted operator, goated operator.
A knower of ball.
I would also say AI savant is what I hear in terms of Ecomm, D2C, AI-ifying his way up and to the right forever and ever thereafter. Formerly Chief Revenue Officer of Beekman 1802, now mysterious co-founder, CEO of a stealth startup. Everybody, welcome inside of the show, the one and only David Baker. Get in here, David. Get in here.
Hello. How's it going? Can you hear me? Do you have bad audio? Are we echoing?
No, the audio's fine, but we got the wrong. Oh, no, there is an echo, actually. There's an echo.
Hello?
There's an echo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I feel like we're good.
I'm not good. We're good. I'm just checking.
I think we're good. David, welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you making the time to join us.
Thank you so much. Super happy to be here.
Man, I was
in studio lighting. I'm gonna put that in my Amazon cart right now.
That's okay. We can help you. We know a guy.
Yeah.
I can tell you who helped put our studios together. It's a guy named Chat. And we just, did a little conversing.
I talked to his cousin Claude.
Okay, all right. This is some signal right now. David, he's Claude pilled. He's not
Claude
Chat.
pilled.
He's Claude pilled. David, can you give us a little update on what's going on with you? Everyone knows of you.
I just want to say I was watching earlier and I did not get the memo about cowboy hats, and I actually need to get a cowboy hat. All I've got are my ostrich boots.
Whoa! Look out!
Easy.
Yeah. Well, but we got to get me a hat next time I'm back in Austin.
I think so.
Let's go.
I think so. I can get you mine. I want to get you mine exactly.
Sounds
Give
good.
us a little update, David, on what's going on with you, my friend.
My last day at Beekman 1802 was last Friday, and that's because I've been inspired by our founders who have an incredible story, who've done a lot of work. They've been working on that brand for 20 years. And I've seen how the sausage was made. And I felt called. Finally, I got bit by that founder bug, and I know exactly what I'm doing right now. So I've been working with an incubator and a dermatologist, and we're going to be launching a skincare brand here in the next 2 months. So no exact details yet. We got to secure a few things, but I'm sitting in the seat as CEO. We've got first round of funding, and we are ready to go. I was taking a look at formulas and improving them. I got product samples already. We are really excited.
That was a quick little splash. You want to hold that up even longer?
The artwork's not designed yet. It's not really ready.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, you're a beast with all things AI. How are you applying AI to this company? How are you going to be building AI from basically ground zero to the start of this thing? building it up.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the reasons why I felt that this was the exact right time to step out and not wait any longer or not go earlier. There's a whole lot of talk around AI native and what that means. And so many brands who have already been existing are claiming that they are AI native. Myself and a couple others of us, Brian Kano, et cetera, really are from the ground up building everything AI. And I think a new definition of AI native. So for us, what that means is 100% of the business context is inside our agentic tool. That means if I change my mind and say, look, we no longer want to talk about, let's say, anti-aging. We want to talk about better aging. I can make that change in the document and it'll flow through everything moving forward. No more socializing that through your teams, no more getting the third designer down the line to get it right and make certain it's being approved. I think that, and having every single step of the whole process in that fast of an organization, is going to give us a superpower. I think it's a revolutionary superpower that we haven't seen since people decided to sell direct to consumer.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
When you were talking, David, I had Brian Kano in my mind because you guys are like, cut from the same AI cloth here.
Absolutely.
High level operators in giant brands, darlings inside of our space. And here in 2026, this call within, and building a brand AI native from the ground up. And that's so exciting. It's so exciting.
It's extremely exciting. I think that Brian and I are both, I think, and I think there are a lot of players in this space who we're marketers, but we're numbers and data-driven marketers. The growth side of the marketing equation, I think, is ripe and ready for this because we're non-technical, but we know enough to be dangerous to try out the new tool, to play around with it, to see where it can get us. I think some of our counterparts on the brand side love them to death. Brand is not a fight. It's a healthy tension, but I think they are very focused on like, how do I make the right asset in the right, beautiful way, which I think is actually very limiting versus thinking about it horizontally across the whole.
So Chris and I were at Commerce Roundtable, and we were doing the live show there. And when you go and look at everybody's laptop, every single person in that entire audience had Claude pulled up and was prompting Claude nonstop. Are you fully in the Claude camp, or are you also with OpenAI? Are you with Gemini? Which AI is your preferred? And are you going to stay with basically one moving forward with the foundation of the business?
Yeah, I think I'm going to reject the premise of the question because there are really two parts to it. I think one is the model, the intelligence, and the other is the harness, the tool you use to access all of that. For me, the harness should be ultimately portable. So right now, if Claude went away, if we were 6 months ago and the Pentagon got its way and blew up Anthropic, everything I built would be ultimately portable, and I could plug it into somewhere else immediately.
Got it.
I like Claude as an interface. I think it's a really good one. I think people use OpenClaw or Hermes or any of the others. I prefer to use Claude just because that's what I'm now most familiar with. But then from the intelligence side, it's around how do I connect into the best possible intelligence models out there. So within Claude, I can have it run against Codex or have it run against Omni and really see if it can push in other ways. And I think that's actually critical because you don't want the intelligence that built the work to be the same intelligence that grades the work, because otherwise you're going to end up in that loop of just like, oh yeah, I did do a good job, or oh, I should have missed that. I shouldn't have missed that. I'm so sorry. You are smart. And like, that's the biggest fear with everyone who's getting in there, and why we still have humans in the loop on so many parts of the process, is because we trust but verify, and that verification isn't there yet. And to be clear, it's the same thing that you would have if you hired someone new onto the team. Like, they're going to present something forward, and you're like, you're missing a really big point. Did you not get that update? That'll still happen, but I think it's just a different way of thinking and working.
Got it.
Talk to me about this, David. So obviously everybody wants to be, AI-ified to the hilt, and make all the monies forever and ever. Amen. And we want to do that, like you're saying. I think a lot of times, companies already established. We've bolted on a few things. You're taking new approach. Hey, new company. We're AI native from the ground up. And what are some obvious opportunities that you see in the work that we do in Ecomm that people are doing? If they're not doing them, you should do them. What are some non-obvious things that you see that are really going to drive revenue, meaningfully move the needle at the bottom line? What are some non-obvious things that we should be thinking about? I think number one, the first one you just mentioned there, having intelligence, not the same one that created it, graded. That to me was so good. What are some other non-obvious things that you?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you want me to give away my AI native secrets to the legacy brand.
Basically.
So yeah, I'll help out a little bit. No, I think ultimately, anyone who has existing pieces right now, oftentimes you're going to be thinking about how do I connect the tools? How do I cure my tech debt?
Yeah.
When in reality, the bigger challenge is how do you cure your process debt? Do you have an outlined process that everyone at the company repeats when it comes to doing something? If not, throwing an agent at it isn't going to work as much. And when I think about that, you wouldn't hire an intern or hire a junior person day one on the brand to say, go make me a marketing campaign that fits everything. You've got to bring them along. And if you speak a different language than they do, you haven't trained on that weakens you. And I think ultimately it's that process debt that is the reason why I think I'm going to be able to go faster, because I don't inherit any of that. The tools, that's the shiny object. Connecting all the tools and getting that in, ultimately that has to happen, yes. You have to have a single source of truth, or at least be able to know that when you're saying, hey, what are my net sales? That every single one of the platforms is calculating it in the same way, so you're not getting data hallucination. But ultimately, it's in process debt. And the example I keep coming back to in my head on that is like, we've all been at companies where someone several years earlier made a SKU name that was different than the nomenclature of someone else. Yeah. And the energy and effort to go back and redo that is too high. You just always remember that in your head. If you throw the AI at the problem and say, hey, like pull everything in this category, it's going to miss that one SKU that you wouldn't miss, but they would. And until you encounter that and then train the AI to remember that and canonify it this way, then it's going to miss that one. There are probably 1,000 to 10,000 of those in an existing organization, depending on your size, legacy, et cetera. And I think getting through all of those edge cases is where it's going to really start to break. And that's that process debt where like everyone knows, oh, like don't go do this thing this way, go do it this way, because we've all put Band-Aids on so many different solutions.
Right.
And it's going to take several cycles of hitting those mistakes and educating your harness to be able to do that.
This feels to me Alex Griefeld-esque when she said, leaders, you want to get the most out of AI, you need to do inner work first. And that's what I'm thinking of when you're talking about process, inner work, like how do we do this? How is this to be executed? Where do I want to go? What are the useful steps? What are the edge cases that we need to solve for? That's what's coming up to me. I mean, is that fair? Does that resonate with you?
I think that's fair, and I think I want to extend it just a little bit too. I think people often want to like try and one-shot prompt something. One shot, I think is the trap. Like, let me write the right prompt that will get me this, and there is an iterative process to this, and there then becomes an expertise issue. I wouldn't even call it a skill issue. It's an expertise issue. I know I don't come from a photography background. That's not my strength. If I say, hey, here are 10,000 selects, go get me the good ones.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Correct.
As a former photographer, that's almost impossible. Yeah.
Correct. But like, what does good look like?
Yeah,
I have to know the language to really do it. It's so subjective. It's so different. I can say, look, what is bad is it in focus? Is it in frame? Is the model looking directly at the camera or slightly to the side? That slide's okay. I need horizontal. I need vertical. I need it in 16:9. Those are things I learned from a live experience I had with a creative director who's like, how do I do this? I don't know that language. Your teams do. Your teams have that expertise. You need to empower them to ingest that language into the skills, into the organization. That I think is that inner work that needs to happen as well, because it's not there's such a oftentimes at organizations I find there's like oh well, I need to see this, I need to approve it, I'm the smartest person in the room, which that's a different leadership style. But I think it is in the hiring smart people and trusting them and letting them grow is really where I think there's some really big success.
David, I mean, have you also AI-ified your personal life as well? I mean, because you're applying all this to business, but are you also bringing this into your personal life and just basically it's running all of your personal life as well, coffees with friends, everything, and you're just AI-ified out to the world on everything?
Not 1,000% yet, but getting there. I think there are certain parts that I am. I did look through. I was like, I need an accountant now, and then I went, do I? And so I'm like building. Do I like? How do I at least get everything ready to then hand off to an accountant in a great way? Because I'm becoming a solopreneur and like all these pieces. I'm right now, especially on anything that comes out of my email, I have it drafted, but I don't hit send on it until I review it. I don't have it connected to my texts. I don't have it connected to like my LinkedIn yet. That's on the backlog for next weekend. But I do want to like start having things that are a little bit more automated, a little bit more driven there. But I did build an agent that is specifically being like, hey, every morning, like, did you work out yesterday? Did you read yesterday? Did you drink during the weekday yesterday? Like, so good. Just tracking those things and in a way that pushes it to me. So I have to like interact with it versus remembering, oh yeah, I got to go log that. So there's small ways in which I'm making it everywhere. But I mean, like literally just like grabbing a coffee with someone in the space, I'll be like, hey, here's the person I'm meeting with. Pull everything we've already talked to them about in the past.
Really?
What else is there? Like, where should we push them on different questions? What should we do here? All of that, yeah. And so when I'm ingesting all of this information into the brain of the business, I will say, Colin, that there's a wide gray line of what is personal and what is business when you step into the founder role. So like I'm trying to find the right way to carve that out.
That's incredible.
David, I feel like this is just go ahead.
No, Chris, you seem surprised that I would like build a dossier on the people I'm going to meet.
Oh yeah, I am.
I hear you, and it is weird, but also like think about it. So I got you know this. We've hung out many times. I got my start in politics. Like,
yeah.
What is a good bagman? Is a good chief of staff, if not preparing you that when you go into the room, you know whose face you're talking to, so you don't say, "Oh, I'm so nice to meet you." The person you've seen 7 times and been to their kid's bat mitzvah. Like you should know that, and just a little memory buffer like is really helpful.
Totally true.
And so I had like my very first agent was, I named her Donna, named after Donna Moss, chief of staff from the West Wing. And honestly, everything I have is mentally trained in my brain off of the West Wing. They're all characters from the West Wing. They all like, I have CJ Craig who's running the press, literally going out and grabbing all things press related to AI, related to skincare, related to the niche in skincare I'm focusing on down the line, pulling it in, ingesting it, seeing how it relates to everything we're doing, seeing if there's anything we should go pitch to a reporter on. She'll draft the pitch to the reporter. All of that, very automated and driving, but that's one lane. I got 19 lanes that these people are working on.
Well, okay. So how many gazillions of dollars do we need to give you to just copy and paste for me? Because that just seems so valuable, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's that in and of itself is a separate business entirely, I would say.
I hear you. And I've had many a friend and many a tech founder in the space be like, David, why are you starting a skincare brand? You should build an AI company. And, you know, they're not wrong, but at the same time, that's not what I'm passionate about.
Sure.
And I know that like making that and doing it for a dozen brands versus making it bespoke to mine are two very different tasks.
Sure.
I'm gonna drop a deep quote, but Kurt Vonnegut: everyone wants to build, no one wants to maintain. I like building. I don't want to maintain for other people. I want to build for me. And if I can build for me and just run it and fly with it, and then share with my friends, share with people, like give them inspiration, help coach, get feedback in return, find ways to make it better. Like me being able to take that press one and take that mindset and go to talk to someone who has been a photographer and be like, hey, can I get you to get your expertise into my tool so my selects get better? Like amazing. Share and share alike. I am both a radical capitalist and too much of a socialist to like go off after the $1 billion idea, because it's not about how much money I had at the end of the day. I really believe in this brand I'm building.
Wow.
And that's what I really want to focus on.
Wow.
Let's go. Purpose maxing, as the kids
Purpose
would say.
maxing. Purpose
Let's
maxing.
go.
I also feel, let me just say, David, like talk about like unfair advantages. I mean, which you have to use every single one that you got. I mean, brother, you've done such incredible work in this space. Now you've got AI-ified. I could have started my own AI company, David. And, you know, we're rolling into the latter half of 2026 and 2027 and beyond. And, you know, combining these superpowers, you know, this is exciting, man. It's exciting.
It's exciting. Doesn't scratch the surface. It's enthralling. I'm very grateful that it's going to be rainy this weekend in New York City, because then I won't feel guilty about being at my Mac Mini all weekend long from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. And I'm not even joking. I am addicted to this because the speed at which I can move and drive and build is insane. Like literally right now I have running V2 of my P&L based off of some new assumptions we have. And I'll be able to come back and go, okay, how do we tweak this? How do we change this? What does it mean to the capital allocation? And that would normally be like a week back and forth with FP&A. Like, no, that's a few hours in the back end.
Are you also fully coded in, you know, Super Whisper or Whisper Flow on top of this? Because I am fully in that camp, and I've been trying to pull Chris into this camp nonstop, and I can't get him. Are you also in this camp?
So Colin, mute your mic for a second. Chris, you love to talk.
I do.
Do you really like editing your thoughts that are in your head into type and slowing yourself the fuck down?
Well, let me just
Or
say,
do you want to yap and give it as much context as possible? Because if you give it as much context as possible and you're yapping through everything, it can translate your yapping into much better shit at a faster speed.
well, I've tested a couple of these tools, David, and I talk, and I'm just kind of normally talking, and then what I get is this like gobbledygook. And
you got to go into the settings and hit polish mode. Go to Whisper, download it. The desktop version's far better than the mobile app version. They're working on that. But you can go in and it'll polish it up. So it'll take all your yapping and make it a bulleted list. It'll tweak it. And then here's the trick. Once it pastes and you're like, you screwed up the name, bro. Go in and just edit the name, and it'll learn that like, hey, you said this word, you mumbled this word, or you talked too fast or something. That's what Chris meant. Play with it. Like, give yourself a homework assignment. Play with it for 7 days. If you hate it, you can go back to being the slow lane.
I totally agree. That just made my week, David. You made my week on exactly that. I've been trying to get him into this camp for 3 months now, it seems like.
Yeah.
And
anyone who asks me to get started who doesn't know, or they're like, oh yeah, I use AI. I use ChatGPT like it's Google all the time. I immediately say download 3 things. Download Claude Desktop, download Whisper Flow, and download Obsidian. And I think Obsidian to me is that brain that allows me to be portable. But Whisper to me, especially for marketers, what do we do all day when we're directing our teams? We're in a meeting. We're on a Zoom. We're talking to them. Imagine being able to like, oh no, change this. No, change this. Okay, what about this? Tweak this, that, the other. Try typing that out.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess.
Terrible.
Okay. Well, I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. I'll give it another shot. I want polish mode.
Absolutely.
And here is my request, David. Here's my request. This to me, the sauce that you got going here, and like the converging of worlds that is happening with you and this new company, this new role. It's yours. And you know, I know SpaceX is IPOing today. If David's skincare brand was IPOing, I'd be buying. I'm long, whatever this thing is called. And my request is when it's time for the mystery to be unveiled, my request is we just get you back and we just talk about it a little bit. We just show that baby off and talk about, and then, you know, I think that it's just too good not to get you back.
On one condition. You got to start using the skincare I send you.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Here's what I'll say. You know, I have gotten some compliments on my skin. I have. Oren John actually came on the show, complimented me on my skin. I will say right now I am using nothing. But I want
really
to
glad that using nothing, you're getting the compliments of Oren John.
I want to look
a real low, a high bar.
I want to go even up from here. I want to be even more handsome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm open. It's
not about being handsome. It's about making certain that you stave off the aging as long as you can.
All right, here we go.
That's coming for us all. Memento mori.
Right? Well, it is. But I feel like, you know, men, there's kind of this, you know, like you get around 50, you kind of get your second prime. You know, I'm kind of like hoping that in my back of my mind, you know, like some people talk about that. But anyway,
it's a great strategy.
David's coming for me today. I will take it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do the skincare, and I'm going to download the Whisper, and I'm going to make my AI brain with Obsidian.
Let's go.
Do it.
And we'll run it up. David, we appreciate you making the time to join us. We look forward to having you back, and so pumped for you. This is going to be monumental, and so excited for you, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming. Pleasure. And we look forward to watching it rise and go to the moon.
Sounds great. Oh.
Great guy.
I'm pulling you back. I'm pulling you back.
I'm open. I'll just say, you know, it's like I tried the thing. You know, and I get the gobbledygook, and I'm kind of like, I don't need gobbledygook. You know,
you use your mic?
Yeah, I did. I used my mic.
You use this mic?
I don't think so.
You got to use this mic when you do it.
I'm open.
Okay.
And if we can, you know, make me go AI Superman even more than I already am, I'm much more than a dabbler. I'm a believer, but I do want to get better.
If you use it for one day, you're going to be like, this is okay. And then by day 2, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
Hook 'em. I'm down. As we move forward, what are we moving forward to? We're moving forward to hot jobs. Are we moving forward to hot jobs right now?
Hot jobs.
We can't yet because I'm not poised to hit the illustrious sound effect that everybody waits upon and cannot wait to hear that kicks off the entire segment. Although I am joining right now and I'm almost there. We cannot do it yet, but now we can. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one and only Hot Jobs. Caliente. Before we get to hot jobs, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Rocked After Sale. You know, most D2C brands, ladies and gentlemen, producer Jack, here we go. Most D2C brands are obsessed with getting the next net new customer, as they should be. But the real lever is making more money from the orders that you are already getting. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month and you can add another $3 to $4 to each one of those, wouldn't that be nice without touching your ads? Yeah, it would. That is what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life, they are doing with Rocked After Sale every day, adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing orders, offers from Disney Plus, Venmo, HelloFresh, etc. This is high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. No hit to conversion, no impact on LTV, and you can be live in minutes. It is a no-brainer. Go to aftersale.com/offers. Start making more money on what you've already built. Many thanks for Rocked After Sale being part of this show. Now, It is time for the one and only Hot Jobs. The way this rolls, ladies and gentlemen, I have found 2 jobs upon the interwebs that I consider strongly to be the best opportunities in e-commerce, in consumer, on the internet. Colin has also found his 2 jobs. We argue back and forth. We present our options. The illustrious producer Jack then decides who is the winner. I believe that I have the first opportunity at play here, producer Jack, and that is the one and only TikTok Shop, working with TikTok directly. Okay, this is not being on TikTok Shop. This is like working for TikTok. Okay, TikTok Shop category manager in K Beauty. Come on. Everybody knows. We just had David Baker on here. Everybody knows K Beauty, Korean beauty, up and to the right forever and ever. This is in Los Angeles. It's on site. Okay, you're going to make anywhere from 102 to 159. You're responsible for scaling a book of enterprise partners, driving top line revenue growth for TikTok's U.S. commerce business. So this is, this is sales-ish. Okay, this is sales forward. It's contacting businesses, working with them, getting them on the platform, etc. And you're going to be updating the active sellers that you have in your category on TikTok Shop product developments, making sure they're up to date, using it, etc. They are looking for. This is very promising. Okay. They don't have you need 3 to 5 to 7 years in e-commerce. They're just looking for established experience in e-commerce business. So established, what does that mean? That's where your opportunity is. Okay. So even if you're a young gun, you're young in the game. Okay. There's still opportunity here. They're looking for established experience in e-commerce. I think this is incredible. And I know that you heartily agree with me, Colin Doherty. Please say you do.
I heartily agree with you on this. This is an incredible opportunity. I think, you got a pretty nice salary there. You're going to be in Los Angeles. You're going to be on site though. So figure that out. Deal with the traffic. Deal with the traffic of Los Angeles. But I think this is incredible. K Beauty is just an absolute rocket ship. And so being a part of that, I think, is more of the opportunity here. It would not really matter so much as the specific job title. I think you could move around within K Beauty and still have an incredible time.
And think about getting in on TikTok and then, having the ability to go upward and in different areas inside of TikTok. I will say, producer Jack, just think about living in LA, okay, working with K Beauty brands that everybody loves. I mean, I don't think I need to sell it much more. Colin Doherty, your first job opportunity.
Let's go. Let's go. So this is pretty huge. Hydro Flask e-commerce site manager, Bend, Oregon. You get hybrid. Your salary is going to be $215.
Ooh,
unbelievable. 3 years experience. Wow. Hydro Flask, super viral among basically everybody online. Huge opportunity here. Huge TAM. Massive TAM. Hydro Flask. Great brand, great product, huge TAM, great experience. You make the site amazing, huge opportunity, and the company is just destroying it. Water bottles are having their moment. I wouldn't even call this a water bottle. It is a cylinder, and all of these cylinders are having their moment. And you get to hang out in Bend, Oregon for a little bit. It's hybrid. You don't have to go in every single time, and you're making $215.
I think there's been a typo on that salary, because that is a lot. That's a lot.
It's from Helen of Troy.
It's from Helen of Troy. It's from Helen of Troy.
Yep.
Full-time U.S. Bend, Oregon. I think there may have been some operator trouble. I created this slide and I think I added that in there. That's not true. I think that's the case.
Bring that up is that you're now a part of the Helen of Troy brand kind of ecosystem. And so if you wanted to move around within that ecosystem of incredible brands, now you have that opportunity. Huge opportunity.
Okay, I'm just noting this. Okay, producer Jack, I don't see that number in this listing. I think that's my bad.
It was texted to me.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was texted to me.
That number?
Yeah.
No. I'm the one who wrote this in here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm the one who wrote this in here. I don't think that was in there. I mean, but I will say, incredible job.
Huge job.
incredible. And Helen of Troy, for those who don't know, they basically own everybody. Okay. OXO, Hydro Flask, Osprey, Braun, Pure, Honeywell, Vicks, Hot Tools, Dry Bar, Curlsmith, Revlon, Olive and June. I mean, they like own everybody. The particular job op is for Hydro Flask inside of their portfolio, but you get inside Helen of Troy, big op to move upward and onward from there. Next position is Director of E-commerce at BPN. Yeah, that's right, baby. At BPN.
Wow.
Okay. This is Austin, Texas. It's hybrid. If you don't know, Bear Performance Nutrition. It's incredible. Okay. Austin, creator led. Okay. This guy, Nick Bear, everybody loves. You're going to be reporting to the chief growth officer. So you're right underneath the C-suite, which is great. You're going to own and manage the e-commerce P&L, serve as a website owner. You're going to set and track performance against the KPIs. They're looking for 7 to 10 plus years of experience. So they're looking for somebody that's got some seasoning on them, maybe even a little gray hair, perhaps could be. I don't have a number. I don't have a number here, but I will say if they're asking for 7 to 10 plus years, you're sitting right under the C-suite. It should be a healthy number. And if you're into health, you're into like extreme sports, you're into training, all this thing, this is like, this is a job op that everybody and their mom in this category would want.
I also totally agree with what they're doing on YouTube right now with long form and vlogging style. I think they're doing an incredible job with that. 7 to 10 years experience is a lot.
It's a lot.
You're reporting directly to the CRO, which is kind of interesting that you're not reporting directly to the CMO. Kind of weird there, but other than that, I think it's really interesting.
Here's my wonder. They call it Chief Growth Officer. So I wonder if like their CMO is their CGO. You know, I just wonder if that's a kind of a finagling of terms. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
great opportunity, great company.
Great op. Very, very interesting and compelling. And last here, I have to commend you on finding this.
Let's go. Crazy opportunity with a generational legendary brand. E-commerce operations analyst for Pokemon. Does anyone know about Pokemon?
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Pretty sick. You're either making 100 to 173. You're living in Washington, which is pretty wild. You own the performance. 3 to 4 years experience. So you don't actually need a ton of experience on that. But you're just dealing with, pre-order optimizations, end-to-end, data management, order inventory stuff like that. But you are working with an iconic brand. Iconic brand. By the way, Pokemon is going nowhere. This is going to be around 50 years from now.
I agree.
And you get to be a part of it. And you get to be a part of it. And then your next job after Pokemon can be whatever you want because Pokemon is unbelievable.
When I saw this listing that you brought to us, I thought he may have gotten me on this one because I thought producers Jack's just gonna love Pokemon. It's like maybe nothing else that was said before this even matters, but that's why I worked in TikTok Shop, K Beauty, LA. Sure. I thought maybe that gives me a shot here, but any of these incredible opportunities. And people need to make a friend and find their way in. Talk to your second or third cousin, your second or third network inside of LinkedIn, and just find a way. As we're evaluating these, and the good people are considering them, Producer Jack, I think it's time to choose a winner. BPN. Wow! I am so shocked. Shocked. Producer Jack. Maybe it was the picture of Nick Bear that did it. I don't know. He is a good looking guy. I mean, look at him. Boy, stud. I mean, a studly guy doing crazy things, crazy runs and exercise performance. What? Very inspiring. I'd like to know why this one, Producer Jack. I'd love for you to give us some details on this. I am glad that I technically won this week. It does make me feel good. We still have yet to get a trophy for this.
I pulled Pokemon. I mean,
I thought Pokemon. Honestly, I thought it's a huge company and would look good in my resume. Okay, all right, great. We'll take it. Good on you, producer Jack. I have happily. Daniel is here. Oh, Daniel is here. Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
We're rocking.
We are rocking today.
Oh my God.
We are rocking today, man. We really are. Okay, we have the one and only Daniel James, founder and CEO of Flight Performance, coming in. I believe we are at Northbeam now, producer Jack. Let's talk about Northbeam. Before Daniel comes in here, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Northbeam. If you're in your ads manager all day, every day, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that, and Shopify says this much revenue, this much ad spend. Sometimes it's hard to know who's telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this problem with their own proprietary data, starting from the actual purchase, then rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views. Then they push that measurement back into the platform so that they optimize on what's actually driving your revenue, not what the platforms assume are driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io, book your demo today. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of this show. Now, we have Daniel James coming in here. I must say, probably one of the coolest, smoothest operators inside of our game. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
He's got OG lore. Okay.
Yeah.
OG lore. I think he even started like with MySpace way back when, is what I heard. And has worked with the giantest of giant companies like Toyota, etc. Okay. He is also a host of the Bite Sized podcast and an angel investor, in some very successful companies. We must bring him inside of the show. Everybody, welcome the one and only Daniel James. Daniel, get in here. Those glasses are just sending me right now, man. Those are everything. I love that.
It sparked quite the commentary debate within my team, to be honest with you. But
what's the commentary?
Well, just like nice glasses, Daniel. As in, like, what do you mean by that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And obviously, super underdressed coming onto the show. You're both looking very spiffy in your suit jackets, and I'm just
thank you.
No, you know, Daniel, we try to step it up. We try to step it up for you, and also we heard that if you wear a suit jacket on the internet, then you get acquired by AI Labs. That's what we heard. So you know, since then we have had our suit jackets on, and we are waiting for Sam Altman to contact us. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure he's got my number, and he's going to be texting me any day here.
I'm sure. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I'll be wearing a jacket as of Monday.
Hey, we're happy to be part of the movement, part of the suit jacket movement, get bought by an AI lab movement. Daniel, man, I would love for you to just like back up the truck a little bit and just give everybody some Daniel James lore, because brother, I mean, you have done some things that other like nitty gritty down D2C operators in our space have not done. Okay, like MySpace is what I heard way back when, like programmatic with Toyota, like all this kind of stuff. I mean, if you could like just give us a little bit of, Big D lore, I think that would be awesome.
Big D lore. I love that. Yeah, for sure. So I got started in the space in 2004 with MySpace, which I find really interesting these days because, when you're interviewing people for companies and they were born in times where I'm like, damn, this feels crazy.
I was at MySpace when you were born.
Right? They don't even know what MySpace is.
Wild.
Which is kind of, understandable, but a little bit depressing for someone like me. But I got started at MySpace in 2004 in England. They were on a crazy hiring curve. And it was, pre like Facebook and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, really. It was an incredible experience, amazing company. It taught me so much, not just about like digital marketing, and because we did everything, right? Like you were finance, you were account management, you were strategy. We were ad trafficking, if people even know what that is. Like homepage takeovers were like manually and it was really the very early stages of what now is like so seamless.
Crazy.
It was great to get in there, and they actually, that was when they first brought me to LA as well. And like I came out to LA and met the LA team, and that was cool because, well, one, to learn, but also I fell in love with LA and was like, one day I'm going to move here and start my own company. It took me a while, but I eventually did, but we'll get to that. So yeah, that was MySpace. I was there for about 6 years. And actually it's funny because I remember being in meetings where like Facebook was being mentioned. We're losing budget to Facebook. Like, what is going on with this Facebook company? And I distinctly remember being in sales meetings at MySpace. And then my next company, I joined AOL, another internet giant of old.
Did you really? You joined AOL after MySpace, man?
Yeah, I joined AOL. So,
yes, let's go, baby.
They had a performance network, as well as obviously their owned and operated website. So I was doing strategy for the Group M agencies, on like deploying owned and operated strategies, and then within the performance network. And again, I could kind of like feel the tide shifting, right? Because part of my job was securing budgets with brands and clients to deploy through, either performance or more brand marketing. And yeah, Facebook and then programmatic. So I was here, I saw the world shift basically from these, I guess, more like legacy ways and legacy type websites and everything that digital was housed around, to like these walled gardens at Facebook, right? The phrase of walled garden. So you'd start to see walled garden line items on media plans, which was like Facebook, and it was starting to take far more of the budget. And then I got an opportunity to join a company called Turn, which was a performance-driven programmatic DSP DMP. So we had a DSP buy side. We also had an internal DMP, which was really exciting for me because I'm very data-driven. So to have all of that data, and I worked with like data scientists, which was really cool because it's kind of like how we're using Claude now, right?
Yeah.
It's like Bill Yancey, if he ever listens to this, but Bill Yancey was my data scientist, and we had all this access to this data, and I would just be able to show me this, or I want to know this about the data, right? And he'd go away and the data. And I think about, like I said, the utilization of Claude now is like Bill Yancey on speed, right?
There we go. I love that.
Ask anything of the set, you have it in real time. But again, like the start of programmatic, and we were buying like digital social performance, but like buying through programmatic channels. That was the company that ultimately moved me to the US. And I worked with, like you mentioned, Toyota, Adidas, Red Bull, Kraft, Disney. Did that for a bunch of years. And then really what made me want to start my own company was a couple of things. The main one was opportunity, if I'm honest with you. But at the same time, it was like, I looked at how fragmented that world was. So like you're meant to drive performance for these brands, but you're given a fixed budget, right? And you're working with 7 other agencies or 7 other people, and creative doesn't talk to. So, we think about how unified everything needs to be within the world of DTC. Outside of that world, it really still isn't.
That's wild.
And it definitely wasn't back then, right? So the level of like, dare I say, inefficiencies in terms of execution and performance, they would never sign with us because of procurement. But if you took Toyota's media budget and consolidated, like the scale is hard, right? But like theoretically, performance would be much better if they gave it to any of the types of agencies that work within our world.
Wow.
Right? I genuinely believe that to be true. But the architecture and how legacy agencies and all that sort of stuff, and it became boring and old, right? Like you're fighting procurement conversations more than you are strategy. So that was the starting kind of thesis for Flight Performance of how can we connect everything, acquisition, retention, creative strategy. And so that's what Flight Performance did and currently does.
Incredible.
That's incredible. I mean, yeah. Can you talk a little bit about kind of what you're seeing at Flight Performance right now as compared to basically a year ago in regards to performance for brands, what you're seeing that's working, what you're seeing that's not working?
I think the shifts follow the trends of what marketers and platforms talk about.
Okay.
From a brand side, right? So like, I think the priority, it started with creative, right? It started with like, oh, well, everyone just needs more creative, right? And I think that's even changed. I think now it's like, well, it's not just about more creative. It's like thought through creative. Diversification matters, but quality is more important than volume. At least that's how we approach it.
Yeah.
So I think like the shift of just like maybe 18 months ago, 2 years ago, is just like, well, just as much creative as we can possibly throw at it. Let's just go for it because that's what the accounts want. Maybe this is a bit nuanced, if I'm honest with you, but we're very verticalized to fashion apparel. I think like the over consolidation of ad account platforms, I think too much drinking of the Kool-Aid of just consolidate everything, let the platforms do whatever they want. That we do not operate that way within Flight Performance. We take a far more, we want to control certain levers within the platforms. So we kind of go against some of that, and it's be very beneficial to our clients. So I'd say like the creative mindset shift of like actual thought and data-driven diversification, and then less of drinking the consolidate, hands-off, let the platforms do what it wants Kool-Aid, specifically within our vertical, is how the conversations have shifted. And then, I think the final one is much more focused to margins, contribution margin, which arguably should have always been there, right? But
absolutely,
like, scaling is easy, right? You just spend more. But like growing effectively is a lot more what brands come to us wanting, whereas previous was like, we want to scale. And there was less of an understanding, in my opinion, even on the brand side, even if there was more within our agency, less of a mandate and an understanding of whether that was actually proving to be beneficial to the bottom line of their business. And there definitely is.
I'm glad that you mentioned this point, contribution margins, etc. When I was early at this just incredible little baseball brand out here in Austin called Bruce Bolt. And I got in day one. I was the entire marketing team, and I looked at the numbers and I said, "We've got to double all our ad budgets now." and it worked like a dream, and because of like the viral heat like behind the brand at the time. But you know the story here. At a certain point, not all performance is the same, and then one has to say, okay, how much contribution margin do we have per product? What can we afford? And based on our cash flow, how much do we want to mash the gas? And all of that, it becomes a much more nuanced conversation. I find that really helpful.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Tell me this, Daniel. I would love to know. You mentioned this. We're not so much consolidate everything and let the platform do what it does. I would love you to give me some more details on that, because I find that fascinating, and I wonder if that's true, beyond Meta on other platforms as well.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely take that. We take that approach across all our platforms. To varying degrees of where you can and can't control, right? But if we think of things in terms of levers, what levers can I pull to drive the right outcome? And if you take a base level of understanding of what do brands want, especially from paid media, right? They want scalable customer acquisition within guardrails of ACoS and MER, overall MER, and customer acquisition cost.
Yeah.
And so for us, we take a fill the bucket of media spend approach to new, engaged, repeat customer cohorts, right? And how that transpires on Google, like brand, but a similar structure. So by nature, that creates a level of fragmentation, right? That an overly consolidated approach of like, well, you don't need to do that because Meta knows and it'll just do this, right? I want to know, because my initial focus is what's the break-even point against like your ACoS targets that I can spend now against net new customers. And only then do I want to fill spend up with any level of controlled repeat customer buying. And there's nuance within that, right? Because how strong is your repeat behavior organically or through email, SMS?
Yeah.
But we at least can then understand what those thresholds are. So fill the buckets of new, then engage, then repeat. That exposes a level of, well, how strong is your organic behavior and how strong is your email and SMS behavior, right? So the blind spot of not being able to control even spend allocations into, right, that funnel stage of user, I think creates a lack of ability to identify other areas in the business that you need to optimize. But also, how do I flex those up and down during periods of the week or month or year to elicit the right growth outcome that we're trying to achieve, right? So you take that level of structure, which goes against everything, you don't need to, Meta already knows. It might, but I want to control it. Then down from that is, especially for fashion apparel, is it's product driven, right? And I think I base this on accounts we audit, history of media management, and then how we structure things. Again, it's a similar kind of process of like controlling outcomes. So we want to understand category level spend against those audience segments. We want to understand not just scaling one hero product, right, within a consolidated. That does a really good job of the hero product, but how many apparel brands are single SKUs?
Right.
So I think we take much more of a product-driven, audience segment-driven approach, and that dictates how we structure Meta and Google. We don't do the reverse of, well, consolidate everything because that's what Meta says, and just throw everything in it. Because then we're not controlling the outcomes, right, of how we are spending within the platform. So even if that consolidated approach is showing a positive overall MER, well, what if that's leaving 50% of your SKUs completely unmarketed? And therefore
it's a great point. It's a great point.
So we reflect far more about how a brand merchandises themselves and then control over those spend splits.
I like the way you think about this, Daniel. That's good. That's good. Go ahead, Colin.
Daniel, could you talk a little bit about the fact, I mean, you are an angel in so many incredible brands at this point. What are you seeing in the first 5 minutes of, being in a brand or, being with a founder that lets you know, okay, this thing can scale. I'm ready to actually make an angel investment in this.
Well, I mean, to quantify that, it's something I've done a lot less of. Like, let's quantify angel investing. It's a risky business.
For sure. Yeah.
So do you know what? I'll actually answer that from a slightly different lens, if you don't mind, and more of a level of, because we get a lot of access to the brands we work with down to like P&L level stuff. So if I could base it more on that than the angel investments that I've done, which again, some have been great companies, and let's not talk about the ones that haven't, because it's a risky business. What makes me think it would be worth like angel investing in, or what gives me? I think the obvious stuff is what's your history of like scaling customer acquisition and what's your retention rate, but also how a brand thinks about expansion. I had this conversation actually with one of our clients yesterday, right? They've gone from 200K months, and then they started working with us this year, and they're now on track this year to do about 11 million, which is super exciting, right? And they were like asking me a question of, I mean, they're getting very excited about that. So they're already thinking, well, what is the 50? And, that conversation is, well, how are you thinking about category and product expansion, right? Because riding that wave, like, how does a brand grow? It probably initially grows off of a single SKU or a couple of SKUs, even within fashion apparel, right? But like, the exponential growth typically comes from product category expansion. So I think a big part of it is how well have you thought that through? Because early growth can be a little bit misleading if you don't have some thought into, well, what else is going to aid in the growth? Because I think at a certain point, there's going to be diminishing returns on like a single SKU that could probably easily get you to 10 million, 15, right? And there's always variables to this, but can that get you to 100? Probably not. Especially not without supporting things. So I look at that as well, right? Some of the metrics of how have you got to where you got to, but then what's your expansion? Not from like a paid media perspective, but what are you fueling paid media with when it comes to product?
Got it.
Wow, Daniel,
Wow.
I feel like I need to tune into your podcast. Is what I need to do. I need to get more of your mind share. I feel like we need to have you back, brother. I really like the way that you think about things. Okay, tell me this. Man, we appreciate you coming and making the time and joining us. Now, where can people find you, follow you, talk to you? Maybe the new hottest apparel business that wants to go nuclear with Daniel James is listening right now. Where do they find you? Go and talk to you, get some of your mind share, etc.
I mean, very controversial amongst the DTC world, but I love LinkedIn.
All right, let's go LinkedIn.
Don't shoot me. So LinkedIn definitely. I love LinkedIn. I like writing on LinkedIn because it's longer and I like writing because it clarifies my thoughts about things. So LinkedIn is definitely a place if you just want to observe thinking, what we're seeing within our brands, how we approach things at Flight Performance with our brands. Like I post on there daily. So that's probably the best place. And I filter through all the cold outbound DMs to get to people who actually want to connect about something serious. So LinkedIn's probably the best place.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Well, brother, we appreciate you making the time to join us, man. And we look forward to it. Will you come back? We need to have you back, Daniel.
I'll definitely come
we
back.
need to.
I'll wear a suit jacket as well.
Bring the suit jacket. If you need a cowboy hat, we can send you one. And those glasses have to come back too. We got to bring the glasses back.
I'm down, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. We look forward to having you back, man. I appreciate his distinction inside of their category and their focus and how they talk about utilizing paid media and them wanting control specifically inside of their category to ensure that they're properly merchandising and selling all of the SKUs appropriately and making sure the customer acquisition on net new is filled up first, and that's break even. Yeah, we can do that. I appreciate his perspective on all that.
Yeah. You can tell that he is thinking about it in multiple layers other than just surface level. He has gone through this multiple iterations and he's dialed.
Man, Daniel James, and lore from him. Being at AOL, MySpace and AOL is like legendary internet flex. That's crazy. Big time internet flex.
Hearing about a little thing called Facebook too.
Yeah. There's this new thing called walled garden spend that everybody is. And
what's that?
It's this new thing called Facebook. That's crazy. Good lore there. It's good lore. Okay, as we move forward here, I don't believe that we have hit any stories of the day as of yet.
No,
which is crazy that we are this deep in the day and have not. I believe our before we move there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Seguno. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What does that mean? Your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, they're all there where you already work and play every day. And it means you don't have to seed your trust in big emails over attributed data. With Seguno, your Shopify data is your email data. This is why Seguno's Email 3.0 is a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you, built for lean teams with big aspirations. Go and get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. You can test drive the platform for free. You tell them that Colin and I sent you. They will extend that free trial to 30 days. days. Many thanks for Suguno being part of this show. Now, stories of the day. Incredible guests thus far. Crazy guests.
We just been ripping.
We've been ripping. We had a few, technicalities, technical difficulties that we managed and navigated along the way. But big stories of the day here. Number one, Meta is down. Do we know if Meta is back up? Have we heard? Can you search the interwebs here? As you search, I will cover this. This broke this morning. Are we up? Are we back up?
It's back up.
Okay, we're back up.
Unfortunately, just went on Facebook for the first time in probably 5 years to check.
Don't say that. You like Instagram better. You're more of an IG guy. You're more of an IG guy than an FB
I don't use
guy.
IG either.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Facebook was down. The news broke for me in a Slack group that I love and frequent every day. Saw this on the interwebs. Moise Ali had this to say. Next tweet, Jack, and I had the same concern. Facebook is down. Don't worry though. You will still be charged for ads during this time.
It's crazy
when no one can see them. This was my exact concern, is like, am I still going to be charged for ad spend while this thing is down? Like, that's the crazy thing, I don't know.
You will.
I don't have
You're not getting any refunds, and you're going to like it, dude. You're not getting any refunds for it, and you're going to like it. Okay.
You shall like it, sir.
Yeah.
Dom Luker had this to say. Developing Facebook and Instagram is down globally for millions of users. Hopefully the hacking exploits. Oh, do we have this tweet? Bring this tweet up if you have it, Jack. Hopefully the hacking exploits are being fixed right now, since Meta AI has put Facebook in a crisis. I don't know if Meta AI has put Facebook in a crisis, but I do agree with the point. Hopefully, the hacking exploits, there wasn't any piece of this that exposed particular accounts or ad accounts, especially. Peter had this to say. Facebook is down, Instagram is down, Meta Ads Manager is down. Quick, everyone go outside and touch grass. Totally agree. Agree.
Fair.
He had a little plug there underneath his tweet. They got substantial views as well, which he should do. Appropriately. Everybody hates when Meta goes down. Everybody hates it, especially when Facebook isn't reporting it, which they weren't for some time. But I think they eventually acknowledged, and hopefully everybody's ad spend is okay.
I mean, you're still going to get charged for it. You're not going to get refunds, and diversify your channels because some might go down.
I would say diversify. This is an appropriate opportunity to underscore this. A big fan. Universal Ads, TV's back. Okay, you should diversify some spend there. You should be on Axon. Okay, everybody's going to spend on Meta. Everybody's going to spend on Google. You should be spending on Axon. You should be spending on Universal Ads. Yes. Diversify your spend. Okay, we have talked at length about this and had many brands, agency operators, etc. My own experience when Meta's tripping, you move some money over to Axon, resurrect to Q4. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. Diversify your spend. Next story of the day: Kickbacks. New ad platform just dropped. Claude Code Ad Spinner. Bring this up for us, Jack. I was so impressed by this. Okay, people need to see the video. Let's scroll down. I will read for them. This comes to us by way of Andrew McCaleb, and he has this to say. Play this for us. The most watched line on earth wasn't monetized. Apparently, he has found a way to take the Claude Code. You can put the volume down, Jack. He has found a way to take the Claude Code Spinner thinking, configurating, and put ads on it. You install an extension. It's called Kickbacks. He says this get paid to wait. The Claude Code Spinner might be the most watched line on earth. So I turned it into an ad marketplace. Advertisers bid on it. You keep 50% of the money, install the extension, get cash from ads, introducing Kickbacks. This is like crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Everything is an ad network. Everything's final form is an ad network. Okay. Every single thing. It's an ad network. Where's the space? Put an ad there.
Put an ad there. And I have been talking at length about Meta glasses. I want ads on the glasses. I did not think about Claude Code. And why not? Why not, right? Okay,
So
next tweet, Ira Bodner said this actually works. Spent $50, got 70 visitors, $1 each. That's cheaper than Google ads. Great point. Great point. Andrew had a couple more tweets here on top of this. Look at this. ARR run rate after launching like in the morning, he got up to 3 million ARR run rate.
That's absolutely bananas.
Absolutely bananas, right?
Absolutely bananas.
400,000 ads served, 100,000 ads per hour, 1,000 active users, 30K backlog. All the charts are very hockey stick like. What's your favorite ad so far? What's broken so far? Crazy.
New D2C arbitrage moment just dropped right now.
New Arby's moment just
Arby's
dropped.
Moment.
This is it. This is it.
Michael Brandt, Ketone IQ, also did it.
Did he do it?
He did it.
Oh man, I'd like to know his
first CPG to drop and do it. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
I'd like to know his results. I wonder if he tweeted about it.
Did not tweet results, just that he did it.
I think that Anthropic should maybe buy this guy. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool?
Block him, or they're gonna block him.
That would be super lame. It'd be super lame if he got blocked. I don't want him to get blocked. I want him to get bought. I think I guess didn't Anthropic run that big campaign on never showing ads? Didn't they do that or something?
They did. Yeah, that was a huge thing.
Super lame. Super lame.
Yeah.
Ads are not bad. Ads are awesome. And this, hey, everything's going well for them. They're eating up the enterprise market. So good on them. They probably don't need it. But, maybe chat should, take note here. Find a new ad inventory placement on what they're doing with Codex and everything, right?
Absolutely. Totally agree.
There's something to think about. Something to think about with that. Who do we have coming next here, Producer Jack? Do we have one more visitor? I believe we have one. Yes, we do, actually. Is he here?
He's here right now. Yeah.
Koby's already here?
Let's go.
Amazing. Okay, little context before Koby comes to us. A little context on him. Koby Conrad, founder and CEO of Sunflower, sunflowersober.com, doing something truly unique in the consumer app space. I'm a little like blown away, to be honest. I was researching it, looking at it this morning. I believe he was just on MTS talking about it as well. I think they have like gone up and to the right like forever. I think they're like 6 months in at this point. We need to get more context from him. Was a YC coming out of YC sobriety app. This is like built around an AI sponsor named Sam, doing something truly unique. Before he comes in here, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Proxima AI. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it. And that is a problem. Most brands, marketers brief from instinct. Look at what performed, make a guess, hand it off to the creative team. Okay, the problem is an effort. Is that you don't have signal from your actual buyer data. Proxima changes this, reads your conversions across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands, shows you exactly who's buying, what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You connect Meta, connect your Shopify. Proxima maps every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph, what they buy across the web, what they respond to, and suddenly all your gaps are made visible. You don't start briefing from a blank page. You start from a feed of creative briefs that Proxima gives to you. Every brief grounded in the commerce graph. First 3 every month are free. Stop the slop. Go to proxima.ai. Get on board with them. First 3 briefs free every month. Many thanks for Proxima being part of this show. Now, we must welcome Koby Conrad, CEO, founder of Sunflower, a helper of everyone who needs to get sober. We need to bring him inside of here, talk about his unique. Koby, we appreciate you making the time to join us, brother.
Of course, I'm excited to be here. This is fun.
Man, I I would love if you would just back the truck up a little bit, Koby, and just give us some details about building this unique product and bringing it to the consumer world. It seems so unique for me. I'm not aware of anything else in its likeness, Koby.
I appreciate that. I mean, I think there's a number of different like sobriety trackers out there, and just products like that out there. But what I hope we are doing and being unique is we built the very first AI sponsor for sobriety. So we launched this almost about 1.5 years ago. And yeah, I'm a skeptical human. I didn't think it was going to work. And I like to test things and like see what happens, and then I become a believer. And we had like 200 monthly active users, and we had this lady, her name's Patty, and she went like thousands of messages deep into this thing, and she's now been sober with us for over 1.5 years. Incredible. And I was like, wow, shit, this actually can have like a really powerful impact for people. So yeah, we went from like 200 to 100,000 monthly active users in about 6 months. Went through speedrun, YC, raised a bunch of money, and yeah, now we're on a mission to create 1 trillion days sober. We just launched a clinic in Pennsylvania and building a full stack product to help people stay sober.
Seriously,
I mean, that's unbelievable. You know, like 100,000 users in basically 6 months. Could you walk us through those growth loops? I mean, that's pretty substantial.
Yeah, we have a couple of unfair advantages. So first, one of the first things I did is I went and tracked down Mr. Impulsive. He's the #1 sobriety influencer on this planet. He has like 8 million followers. So he pushes out a ton of content for us at the tune of like 100 million views a month. And then, yeah, we do a bunch of advertising. I think you guys saw one of our like claymation ads recently. So we're pushing out just like hundreds of variances on the ad side. And yeah, we're freaking quant team basically just applied to like consumer apps. Is how do we optimize every piece of the product to help people stay sober, increase their retention, and actually make this thing useful and not just like some type of funnel CAC LTV arbitrage game.
Man, wow. Give me details, Koby, on like you have a clinic now in Pennsylvania, you said? I mean, this is like this to me like it takes this out of the realm that you have just kind of denoted. This is like not just like funnel CAC LTV, like cool, like, you know, unique digital tool. Like, man, this is like man, it's in the real world. Man, you've got a mission like 1 trillion days sober. Like this is anyway, give me more details on the clinic. This is crazy.
Yeah, so we just started shipping RX naltrexone in Pennsylvania. And yeah, like we want Sunflower to be a unified place for people to come to, and we're like, here's everything you need to stay sober. So yeah, we have your timer, we have your AI sponsor that I believe is the best in the market right now. We also have your peer support, so here's your community. And we're layering in, here's your therapist, here's your psychiatrist, here's all of your medication. Wow. And have it all bundled together into a single platform that's powered by freaking AI, which is insane. And just like, how do we help keep this person sober?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
Nobody's done this, Koby. I mean, I keep, you know, you've said like, well, there's a lot of sober. Nobody's done this, man. Have they? I mean, this sounds crazy to me. In a great way.
So Sunflower was originally like a learn to code project for me. I think I've built the first version like 2020, 2021, like pre-AI as my claim to like, I taught myself to code before it was easy. And I left, and it was like a side project at the time, and I was building Rupa Health, and I scaled Rupa from like 5 million to 75 million in about 3.5 years. And the whole time I was there, I was like, surely someone else is going to build this. Like this feels so obvious to me. Addiction is like this problem that we spend hundreds of billions of dollars trying to solve. Yeah. And when we were done with Rupa and we got acquired, just like no one else had like really built something that I thought was great in the space. So yeah, it's like I realized that I think it's one of these things, like if I don't do it, I don't think anyone else is going to go and do it. It's just like active really hard and stigmatized. And for better or worse, I'm good at sucking in capital and humans and being like, let's go chase this flag.
Could you talk to us a little bit about this AI sponsor that you have in the form of Sam, I believe, and what are his capabilities? Why is he so impressive? You said he is the best AI sponsor on the planet right now. What makes you say that?
Man, I don't think people have realized how much of a miracle AI is for behavioral health. We basically have taken all of human knowledge and put it into a single entity, and been able to put that entity into people's pockets, and it can convince you to stop doing drugs and to not kill yourself. And I think it is like one of the greatest applications of consumer AI that is just like going right over everybody's head. And it works really well. Like with addiction, there's so much just like shame and guilt and stigma wrapped up into it. Like it's so hard to even go into AA or talk to someone about it. Sure. We find people come to us before they're like ready to like go and talk to other people. And yeah, it's just people are constantly surprised after using it. It's like, holy shit, this worked way better than I thought it would. And we've just seen hundreds of thousands of people that have had life-changing outcomes because of it. And it's like either free or $8.95 a month, which is like basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's really cool.
Well, so Koby, the thing that feels so just incredible to me, like positive to me, is these things that you've laid out. I mean, you're helping people, man, benefit their life, and especially in a specific area where there's a ton of shame involved. You know, afraid to admit it. Feel bad about it, you know, and the carrying, you know, an inward weight, because of this. And I will say, not to drag, any, giant, soon to be public companies, et cetera, but there have been cases denoted on the interwebs where, somebody's talking to an AI, helper, AI, whatever, and it leads them down a dark path. It leads them down a path of destruction. That's why this feels so positive and uplifting to me, is that you've found a way to use this kind of miraculous knowledge in a bot, kind of way to help people overcome the the various behaviors that are ruining their life. I mean, and this feels so good.
Thanks, man. It's kind of funny. I think like 80% of my team is basically like degen consumer app builders that I was like, hey, what if instead of building like AI girlfriends and boyfriends, we like helped people stay sober?
Yeah.
So we basically, we've taken all of our dark evil powers and we're now applying them for good. Is like, cool. We're really good at game mechanics and like how to get people like hooked on apps and stuff. How do we like take that and get you like hooked on your sobriety? And it's basically, I think there's lots of ways to make money in this world, man. And it feels good to do something that like actually helps people at the end of the day and the incentives are aligned.
Man, incredible.
I kind of see Sunflower as the next evolution of helping people with recovery. What does that recovery industry look like 10 years from now? What does that, whole thesis look like as you guys are building towards that?
Yeah. Man, I mean, we're gonna suck up everything. Like, look at what the industry is right now. I think Pyramid Health does like $3 billion in like rehab centers, just Pyramid. And then we collectively spend just like tens of billions of dollars in just the US, like dealing with the outcomes of addiction and sobriety. And most people never get any help until they end up in the hospital or they end up in rehab or like things get really, really bad. So being able to like help people get better at the top of the funnel is really powerful. And then I think that applying AI to basically hospital systems and getting them to become much more efficient and much more data-led and informed, and to use the superpower of AI and combining that with traditional treatments like medication and like therapy and like group, and like putting all that together, I think it's just going to make it all much more powerful. And then just like super sci-fi shit. I mean, I think there's really cool stuff happening with like meds. We see like BPC 157 and the GLP-1s and like Lilly is just like popping off. I think that trend is also going to be applied to addiction, and there's going to be really interesting pharmaceuticals that come out that get applied to our space. So we want to have all of the legal and compliance and operations set up for us to be able to just continue to ride that wave. And as new things come up, we can ship it immediately to consumers. But yeah,
I love that.
God,
Absolutely love that.
This is like it hits so many. There's like so many different layers to this. There's like there's the therapy piece, there's the AI piece, there's the community piece, there's the medicine piece, there's like the telehealth piece. And I know I keep coming back to this, but I'm fascinated about like this physical clinic. Do you see this? Do you see this like continuing to grow with an IRL element for that kind of community piece, or people being able to see a therapist in person, or is this, is there going to be like more telehealth, like I can talk with an actual person over the app or my phone? Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah. Okay. So it is a virtual substance use disorder facility licensed in Pennsylvania. It's called DDAP compliance. But I think that you can't get away from the physical world. And a big thing of what we do is we help our people find the right resources in the real world too. So whether that's like a detox center or a rehab, or I'm lost all my friends because they all drank or smoked and now I'm lonely and I need to like go find a club, like we help with that too. I think it's all just like this big integrated network, and it's really hard and confusing and scary to like come into. And we want to help tie it all together for people and help them find the ideal path with as few relapses as possible.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
I feel like there needs to be more of this. What you just described. Hey, my team, we're like degen consumer app builders, and let's harness all of those gamified powers. I mean, I feel the same. I feel the same for all of us in e-commerce. Advertising. Being able to hook people and bring them in. Why not harness all these powers for doing more good in the world and making a healthy dollar for everybody involved on the way?
Totally. I started in like mortgages, so like I came from like the finance world, and I mean getting someone's a house is like really cool, but like finance, like a dollar is a dollar. And towards the end of my career, I've like started arcing towards healthcare, because I just realized there's lots of ways to make money. Like you can make money like ripping someone off, or you can make money by like helping them get better and like providing a lot of value for them. And lots of growth people are like, distribution is the only thing that matters, and sales and marketing over everything. I truly think that like when you marry that with a product that like actively provides a ton of value for someone, it just like multiplies each other. I would rather, I think this is my like greatest good as like a go-to-market human, is like if I can tie together this technology and distribute it to people that really need it, hopefully it makes the world better.
Gosh, and I've just been thinking about the US, but this probably has global capabilities, one would think.
Oh, dude, we're in Spanish, we're in Portuguese, we're in Japanese, we're in Korean. Wow. Like the cool thing about AI is it can be in any language. So go to like Venezuela, and you know how many like addiction therapists there are in Venezuela? It's like basically none. Wow. The US is like kind of like a red ocean where there's like a bunch of people in the space. Just leave the US and go to other places of the world. There's just nothing. There's literally no treatment. There's nothing. And we just like you're able to enter and just like steamroll through continents where there's just no access to care. And the best thing you can do is download Sunflower.
Incredible. That's incredible, man. Okay. Yeah. All right, Koby, tell everybody, and AI will translate it in all of the languages. Tell us where do we download it? How do we get started? What's the best way to get started for anybody? Maybe they want to kick nicotine, maybe they want to kick alcohol, maybe they're hooked on something much harder. But tell us where to get started.
Yeah, just if you're trying to quit anything or someone you love is, just look on the App Store, search for Sunflower. You will find us on iOS and Android.
That's amazing. Incredible.
This is incredible, man.
You're making it super easy.
How about this too? How about this? I know that there are some other degen go-to-market people out there, and they're inspired by this same thing. I think they need to go beg, borrow, and steal their way into working with Koby. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you guys. It should be really, it should be a lot of fun.
Incredible, man. Koby, we appreciate you making the time and joining us, brother. And I'm gonna go download this thing and look at it now. And everybody needs to go join you, work with you, and this thing needs to cover the whole earth. We appreciate you, brother. Look forward to having you back, man.
Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Global.
What I mean,
global.
What do you even say to that? I mean, if you can't root for that, I don't know what you can root for.
Golly. Incredible. And he's going
global.
I mean, it's just it's amazing the way he talked through that and the way he is bringing empowerment to all these users. It's unbelievable. He's doing so much good in the world.
And there's so many layers to this. There's telehealth.
So many layers.
The healthcare, there's the AI support, there's the the therapy, there's the forthcoming drugs and things, peptides and such. Eli Lilly is producing, and I mean it's fascinating.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a huge fan, and nothing but up and to the right for them.
Nothing but up and to the right for them, for sure. Wow, we have had quite a day. We've had quite a day. Methinks that we're at our lightning round. Is that where we are, Producer Jack? I think we're in our lightning round.
We are.
Before we get there, let us talk about Axon by AppLovin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're running a D2C brand and you're not on Axon yet, you are leaving money on the table. Don't do that. Axon gets you in front of more than 1 billion new customers inside the games that everyone loves to play, like Solitaire, Mahjong, Candy Crush, etc. And more people play mobile games than you think. These are financially comfortable household decision makers. The unlock's a format. People watching your ads on average for 35 seconds. That's crazy town. So much more than the 0.3 seconds that you're fighting for in the various social feeds, and it converts. I'm the example. One of the brands that I was working with, a good friend of mine, Meta was tripping. We moved spend over during Q4 in the midst of all of the craziness. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, resurrected performance up and to the right, back again because we got on Axon. You get going in less than an hour. You can scale up to 100K per day and spend within the first week. Wayfair, Dr. Squatch, your favorite brands are there. Get in now before your competitors do. Go to axon.ai/en/Ecomm Cowboy. Tell them that Kyle and I sent you. Many thanks for Axon by AppLovin being part of this show. Lightning round. Disney built a floor that lets you walk forever. This is Ready Player One type stuff.
I love it. Let's see it.
Did you ever watch Ready Player One?
Yes, of course I watched it.
Such a good movie. Such a good
So
movie.
good.
Okay, play this, Jack. You don't need to give us any sound, but just play this for us, and I will read the tweet here. This comes from Tara Bull. And they say Disney just invented a floor that lets you walk forever in VR while staying in one spot. The Hollow Tile is an omnidirectional treadmill made of smart rotating tiles that counters your every step and keeps you centered. No giant room needed. Ready Player One is officially here. This looks crazy town. Don't you like want to play something on this? This looks incredible.
Yes, but I have bad news, Chris, because this happened 5 years ago.
No, this happened 5 years ago?
Yeah, I was wondering why you brought this up because I was like, this is great, but they made this 5 years ago.
There's no way this was made 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was. It was because I was talking about like I would love to like get some for my house, but it's just too expensive.
How much do they cost? Do you know how much it costs?
Oh, unbelievable amounts of money. I think tens of thousands of dollars.
And why not make like a treadmill? Like you can go for a run, like in your house. You just lay down some hollow tile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me the VR glasses and let me shoot up all the zombies actually instead. I'll take that for these.
While I'm running, wouldn't that be
get some
great workout?
Nice little workout. Your heart's bumping. Watch out for the zombies. I gotta melee them. Let's do it.
I feel like if this is from 5 years ago, it should at least somebody should have brought it to market by now. And this thing needs to be inside everybody's workout room, their new gaming room, etc. I'm disappointed that we can't buy it.
That's okay. Disney's working on cool stuff.
Cool tweet, nonetheless.
Cool tweet.
Even if I'm 5 years late. YouTube DMs are back.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not so sure that this is like. I think it's cool, but I'm not so sure if they're going to be able to like Instagram DM this thing. You know,
that's what I want. You know what I want? I want Instagram DM ability. We need to figure out who's going to have the first YouTube DM affair. Sorry, honey. I met her on YouTube DMs. Just got crazy. Sorry about that. Like, yo, what happened to Jeff, dude? Oh, dude, marriage went terrible. He met somebody on YouTube DMs. It's like
the thing is that people don't interact on YouTube in that way. And I guess they couldn't have because they don't have the ability. Maybe they have the ability now, and you know,
except creators will. Creators, powerful creators will interact on the platform. Normal folks won't. But creators, so if you're a brand trying to interact with another brand and you have a YouTube following that's big, and that other creator has a YouTube following that's big, YouTube DMs, let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Let me give you some details. This story comes to us via Babel Labs. YouTube is bringing back DMs after a 6-year hiatus. I do think I remember them used to this used to be a thing. This used to be a thing. If your brand works with YouTubers, here's what actually changes. Answer: pretty much nothing. It's not a creator inbox. You still need to reach out to creators the old-fashioned way via their email or talent managers. All it will be is a viewer-to-viewer video sharing for now.
Oh, man. So lame.
I don't know, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Viewer to viewer.
Basically, like, I
they
can
need to
like
be in my phone or something?
Yeah, I can like send you YouTube videos now.
Well, I could do that before, though. I could do that. I could like text you a YouTube video.
Yeah. But now they're saying it's going to be like in the YouTube DMs. They can, it's like, that's not the point.
It's built so friends can share videos, not so brands can reach out to creators. The core action is send this short to your buddy in app as a direct mechanism with IG and TikTok DMs. That's it.
Boo.
For now, it's live on mobile in the US, UK, Brazil, Ireland, Poland, and Singapore for 18+ age verified users. It's invite gated and tied to your personal channel, so you can send an invite to other people and they either accept or decline. No public DM this creator button. That is a different thing entirely.
Furious. I'm furious. Come on, Google.
This feels a little lame to me. It feels a little lame because I can already I can use iMessage to, I guess, I mean, I'm sure somebody would say, like, you're sounding really old right now, and everybody DMs videos to their friends on Instagram. That's true. That's true. But I'm interested to see how this plays out. I'd like to actually use it and see if it's worthwhile. I don't follow, or I for sure don't message any of my friends on YouTube because I can't. But maybe I did 6 years ago. If I do, I don't remember.
Brutal.
Last of our lightning round, Dyson engineered hair tie. What is this?
Yes.
Okay, play this sound off, Jack. Play this sound off. I'm continually like amazed. Yeah, go ahead and play it, Jack. I'm continually amazed by Dyson. They have created this hair tie. Dyson is known for their vacuums. They have extended beyond vacuums. They've made a hair tie, made a blow dryer, hair blow dryer. They've now made a hair tie, and you can see the effect here. Typical hair clip versus their hair clip. I mean, it is impressive. It's very impressive. The hair, stayed in the same place. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm going to need these in my house because there's basically, these things are all over my house. There's like 50 of these just all over every corner of my house. I need one that stays in my wife's hair so that she doesn't just take it out and put it everywhere, because I'll go through every nook and cranny and it's like, oh, there's another clip. There's another clip. How did I find that? Oh, let me lift up Sully, our dog. There's a clip underneath the him. we need these. I'll buy them. They're going to be so expensive though. They're going to be like $100. I can promise you.
You're hoping that like one hair clip will rule them all. You're hoping
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think
That's
you might just end up with a lot of these. I think is what might end up happening. Scott Hickle of Throne Science says, I admire how Dyson obsesses over user experience to a degree that puts most consumer product developers to shame. 99.9 percentile stuff. I do agree. They obsess over the product. And I believe the founder of Dyson still owns 100% of the company, I think.
He does. Yeah, he does. And I know this product is going to be like $100 to $150 or something crazy.
Crazy. Bananas. As we move forward to our first watch and react here, I believe it's time to talk about Intelligems. Is that correct, Producer Jack? Methinks that it is. Let us talk about the one and only Intelligems. Yeah, here we are, both of us. All right. What's the next idea that could change your business? Is it a price change? Is it adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing these high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists. It's an AI-powered testing platform that helps you find the changes worth making that are going to put dollars into your pocket. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go and get your free AI-powered audit, intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. AI-powered audit is completely free, intelligems.io/audit. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of this show. Now, the first is our boy Elon. SpaceX IPO today. I want to watch a little bit of this. I mostly just want to give you the floor and give you some opportunity to talk about this. But this is a brief excerpt that we can give Elon some voice to. I believe first trillionaire man. Give us a little audio here, Jack, and play this for us.
While the other aerospace companies, they build good rockets and everything, they were simply not pursuing the technology that's necessary to make life multiplanetary, to make Star Trek, to make the exciting science fiction futures that we've read about real. And that's what SpaceX is all about, is to take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. We want to be able to take anyone who wants to go to the moon, anyone who wants to go to Mars, or anywhere in the solar system, and maybe beyond the solar system at some point. We want to be able to take you there. Not just a few astronauts. I mean you, literally you. If you watch, whoever you are watching this, SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. And I'm confident at this point that with the incredible team that we have here at SpaceX, that we will do that for you.
All right, you can volume down here. Yeah, you can stop it, Jack. I do say, and you can bring us back here, Jack. I do. I agree with him that like nobody else was trying to make rockets that can take us multiplanetary. That was like totally unique. He's like, we're gonna work on it. Your thoughts though on SpaceX, the IPO, all of this.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the hardest things possibly to ever do in the world, which is make successful reusable rockets. It was probably the hardest problem to solve of our time. You know, Elon Musk is now a trillionaire, which is absolute bananas. As a part of that, he's also made multiple hundreds of employees at SpaceX, multi-millionaires. Some of them have tens of millions of dollars now, which is absolutely bananas. It's incredible to see kind of the human spirit where, you know, multiple times rockets just blew up for SpaceX. They would have launches and the whole thing would just explode, you know, 100 feet, 200 feet in the air, and they'd have to go back to the drawing board. They were hemorrhaging cash like you would not believe, and they just never gave up. And so this is a bit of a testament to the human spirit.
Well said by you. Well said by you. I believe there's also some custom Nike and SpaceX shoes that just released. That maybe have you seen these?
I've seen them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The green ones.
Yeah, the green ones. I did not know. Jack, if you have this, please bring it up. I did not know. I don't know if these are for sale. They should be for sale because I feel like it'd be cool if they were for sale, man. If these shoes were for sale, you know that the tech crowd would love this. Yeah,
So
click on the fourth quartile there. Yeah,
so Goldman Sachs custom made these for the Goldman team because they were the team that took it to IPO. So they just made, so it's like kind of a flex if you like, if you know, it's like an, if you know, like nobody really gets these.
Super impressive. Super impressive. I believe we have another watch and react, perhaps a little bit less serious, perhaps a little less a bit of a celebration of the human spirit. No, I'm moving forward here, Jack. We're moving forward to the World Cup. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about universal ads. If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it might be time to rethink TV. In fact, it is time to rethink TV. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual guesswork involved and mystery involved with television. You get access to both premium streaming and linear inventory all in one place. So you're reaching net new audience outside of the same crowded social feeds. And there's no hidden markup or fees. 100% of your dollars is going to the media buy, and setup and management is easy. It's like search and social. You can get up and live and running in minutes. It's TV designed for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use the code UACowboy for $1,500 and matched ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. TV is back. Now, a little bit of the less serious, but still a celebration of the human spirit. A little watch and react here. It is time for the World Cup. And in Mexico, even the ducks and the geese are dressed up in the appropriate kit. Play this for us, producer Jack. We'd love to see it. Give us a little sound too. There's that little buddy. Look at that little buddy. Let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy.
Let's go.
Even the ducks are dressed up in the appropriate kit for the World Cup.
Yeah, you got to swag out your animals. That's definitely somebody's duck, which is so sick. I would do that. I saw Sully has a nice little Ravens jersey that I swag him out in when Ravens time is ready to rock and roll on Sundays. The World Cup is a global event. It's unreal. I wish the U.S. was better. We're not. So I can't get as fired up, but Mexico is very good.
Let me just say, how do you know that? How do you know that we're not that good? You haven't seen them play. You haven't seen them play. They're going to play tonight. They're going to play their first World Cup official game tonight.
And who do we play?
I don't know. Does it matter? I'm down.
It matters a ton.
I'm down. Like whoever it is, like I don't care. Like I'm locked in. I'm watching. I'm excited. I think it's like Panama or something. Which probably
Paraguay.
Paraguay's
pissed at you because you're like, I don't know, whoever.
My point is whoever it is, I'm down. I'm down. I believe we will win. U.S. men's national team, baby. America 250.
4-0 Paraguay.
No. No. Is that the odds? That can't be the odds.
No, that's my prediction.
You know what? We need Captain America circa like 16 years ago or something, whenever he was playing from Nacogdoches, Texas, East Texas, baby. Representing, going out, doing his thing, becoming an American hero. That's what I want to see tonight out of the U.S. men's national team. I want to see some new American heroes created in America 250.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Are you going to see it, though?
No shot. There's no shot we see it. But I'd love to see it.
Well,
I'd love to see it.
But you definitely won't see it if you're not watching. That's my point.
Totally. I just don't want to get saddened and disappointed.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Moving forward to best of the rest and then our moment of zen. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Postscript. Focus is an amazing thing. When you focus, you get outsized results. And there's a reason why when people make the switch to Postscript, whose sole goal is to make SMS your #1 revenue generator. They see a plus 22% increase on SMS revenue. Now, I didn't see that much. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% account on the entire platform in 1 year. And the secret is I just did what they said. What they are saying is that you are leaving money on the table when your customers text you back. Go get the conversational report, directconsumer.co/the conversational report. You're going to get the details on their AI shopper who can have one-to-one conversations with all of your customers at scale. And Nate Lagos, he was just on here, turned on the AI shopper, made an additional $17,000 day one while he was at the Jack Daniels distillery. Okay. The proof is in the pudding. Also, they just released Ask Shopper. It's the best source for customer data out there. Ask Shopper, conversational data, 2026, the new oil. Go to Postscript, work with them, tell them Colin and I sent you. Many thanks for them being part of this show. Best of the rest. We've been seeing this trend, and I just wanted to highlight it again because it's here. People on Facebook Marketplace are using these AI thirst traps.
Smart. Look,
it's smart. It's smart.
Look, it's smart. Do you want your stuff to sell better? Do you want it to sell better?
You do. You do.
Exactly.
You do.
I don't look. I don't know how to craft human species and evolution and how the human being has evolved to its natural abilities. But this will probably get you more clicks.
You get more clicks.
You probably get more clicks. Okay.
A few more lowballed offers. Okay.
Probably
they're coming your way.
DMs. Probably DMs.
You're gonna get them. Nick Trimmer says ball knower on Facebook Marketplace, disreputable seller with 3.5 stars. Enlist the help of seasoned professional AI generated e-thought to move and sell a dehydrated houseplant. I will just say, hey, probably going to get a few more DMs that way. Next, best of the rest, Zuckerberg rebrand. This guy says the Zuckerberg rebrand is in its final form.
Look at that. Look at that shirt, dude.
He loves this shirt. He says, dude, I know he's not a saint,
thing.
But it's kind of hard for me to hate Zuck. I mean, look at that shirt, man.
Look at that thing. Look
he's on a level we've never seen. Do you like this shirt? Or do you think this is a good look on Zuck?
I'd wear this shirt this weekend. Are you kidding me? That thing's fire.
It's kind of a clutch.
Unbelievable.
It's kind of a clutch shirt. Yeah. The Zuck rebrand has been good. We would love for all of our ads to perform continually better forever, but big fan of Zuck's rebrand. Big fan.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Zuck. New crosswalks, Monmouth Beach, New Jersey for America 250.
Whoa.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Does that not get fired up?
That gets me fired up.
Fired up. That's incredible.
It gets me fired up to watch the UFC event that's happening on the White House lawn this weekend. And I know, having seen these sidewalks and knowing how fired up you are for America 250, that you're going to be watching as well. Is that correct, Colin Doherty?
Is McGregor fighting?
I don't think he is. No.
That's like the only thing that would have drawn me, honestly. But I did listen to that full Dana White interview with David Senra, and wow.
Baller.
UFC should not be around, but Dana White willed that thing to existence.
Yeah, he did. Him and the Fertitas, and I will say, Conor is making a comeback. He's going to be fighting again very soon. It's just not going to be on the White House lawn, which would have been cool.
He is absolutely juiced to the gills. If you haven't seen him recently,
he's bigger. I'll say that he's bigger than he used to be. He's bigger than he used to be.
He's like.
But you got to test. You got to do your testing. You got to pass your testing. So one would think that.
Have you seen the video of him on a bike when he's just biking, when he's absolutely juiced out? And you're like, did you take all of the steroids? What is going on, dude? Good Lord.
Last best of the rest, and then our moment of zen. Super Bowl viewers, 125 million. World Cup 2026 opener,
of course,
1.2 billion. Kind of crazy. Not that crazy though, because we're talking like global scale versus like America only, but still kind of a cool, comparative stat.
100%. I mean, it is a global event. It is seismic. It's massive. It's just, the United States isn't good in it every year, every time we do it. So
yeah, we got it. Let's see the chips fall. Let's see the chips fall.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. You know, I know Turkey is the big player in our group. I think we're Group D, but
we're Group D.
You got to play the games. There's a reason.
Yeah, we got Turkey.
Play the games. There's a reason. Right. We got Paraguay, number 1, and then
if the
Turkey.
U.S. wins the World Cup this year, it will.
You'll shave your head. You'll shave your head.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. You can mark that on the show. If the U.S. wins the World Cup, I'll shave my head.
I don't want you to though, because you got a great head of hair. Be honest.
Thanks.
I mean, I think it's time. I want you to keep that thing.
Yeah.
Moment of Zen. Moment of Zen. We're so deep on a Friday afternoon. I don't even remember what the moment of Zen is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizzeria has officially opened in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
This is so cool for me.
This is
awesome. I would love to visit it. Just play this for a sound off, Jack. I mean, look at this. The 90s.
Great branding.
I mean, 80s, 90s. I can walk inside my childhood here and order one of Donatello's or Michelangelo's favorite pizzas.
Sick.
They got the gear there.
I love that.
I'm blown away. And as we view this incredible experience and silently take in our moment of Zen, a few parting words for you, Colin Doherty. Colin One Shot Doherty.
One Shot Doherty. Make sure that you have fun this weekend and watch some other sports. You know, watch the UFC if that's your thing. Watch the World Cup and go USA.
Go USA is what I say. Many thanks to Koby Conrad, founder and CEO of Sunflower, for joining us today. Many thanks to Daniel James of Flight Performance for coming in here, dropping sauce on us. Many thanks to David Baker, formerly of Beekman 1802, now co-founder and CEO of a stealth startup yet to be announced, but AI-ifying his way up and to the right. And many thanks to Jingle Jared of Rebel Audio and chief creator in residence, Mike Majlak, for joining the show. Also co-host of Impulsive, biggest podcast in the world, basically. Many thanks to Northbeam, Intelligence, Seguno, Postscript, Rocked, Aftercell, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima, Universal Ads, and Rich Panel for making this thing possible. And thanks to you for tuning in. We've got a lot of content coming out over the weekend for all of your various weekend watches. Go USA. I'm excited for this World Cup. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on the other side.